Good morning, dear students. I am Bhupesh Bansal, Director Anand Prakash Educational Academy, and your mentor for physics. क्लास 9th के अभी तक के लेक्चर्स में हमने बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स मोशन के पढ़े थे, डिस्टेंस डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बारे में जाना, स्पीड वेलोसिटी एक्सेलरेशन, तीनों इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशंस के बारे में जाना. And now, today we are going to start with the graphical representation of motion. But before that, let us see acceleration in a small way today. जब हमने acceleration को define किया था, we said rate of change of speed. That means if u is my initial speed, v is my final speed, so change of speed is v minus u. Divided by t is the rate of change of speed, that is called acceleration. If acceleration is constant, the motion is uniformly accelerated motion and the acceleration is uniform acceleration. If a is not constant, then the motion is non-uniformly accelerated motion and the acceleration is non-uniform acceleration. We will see its examples in the coming lectures. Let us proceed to the graphical representation. There are two graphs which we have to see. First graph is the distance time graph. Now, as we have studied in our earlier lectures, distance कभी भी negative नहीं हो सकता है. That means distance time के साथ कम नहीं हो सकता है. अगर ये ग्राफ है तो ये ग्राफ गलत है. क्यों? क्योंकि डिस्टेंस नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता है. डिस्टेंस जीरो हो सकता है. यस, इट कैन बी लाइक दिस और इट कैन बी लाइक दिस. डिस्टेंस फॉर गिवन टाइम फ्रेम जीरो हो सकता है. व्हाट डज दिस इंडिकेट? द ऑब्जेक्ट इज एट रेस्ट. एंड व्हाट डज दिस इंडिकेट? ईदर इट इज अ नॉन मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट और अ स्टेशनरी ऑब्जेक्ट, or the object is at rest. If it does not move at all, it is a non-moving object or a stationary object. But suppose it moves here, then it is not a non-moving object, it is an object at rest. Next, let us see a graph which is again a straight line inclined upwards. Now this is a linear graph. If we check this, in a given time interval, the object has covered same distance. That means the object is covering equal distance in equal time intervals. So it is a uniform motion. Or uniform speed. Now the slope of this graph, if I take a line parallel to the x-axis or the time axis, then this is that angle theta. The measure of this angle, or we call the slope of this line segment, say AB, gives us the speed. Speed is equal to how much? Okay, let me call this as B, this as C. Speed is equal to BC upon AC. If my initial distance is say S1 and at B the distance is S2, so this becomes S2 minus S1 upon T, or this is the actual distance traveled in that time frame. I can write it as simply S. S upon T is equal to speed, and this is what we had derived while doing the theoretical part for uniform motion. Remember, this formula is only applicable for uniform motion, not for any other motion. Okay, we have seen a linear graph. but the graph can be a curved graph also. It can be like this, like this. Now, these graphs indicate that it is a non-uniform motion. It is a non-uniform motion. Now, this motion can be either uniform acceleration or non-uniform acceleration depending upon the degree of the polynomial or the degree of this polynomial made by this graph. If the degree is with respect to t is 2, it is a uniformly accelerated motion. If degree with respect to time is greater than 2, it is a non-uniformly accelerated motion. For your convenience, just remember that if it is a graph which is a curve, then it is a non-uniform motion. Now let us move on to the next graph, and now this graph is important because we will be deriving all three equations of motion from this graph. This is the speed time graph. Now, speed time graph, if it is on this time axis, what does this indicate? That speed is 0. That means the object is at rest. If it is a line parallel to x-axis or time axis, then what does this indicate? It indicates the object is traveling at a uniform speed. That means it is a uniform motion. Now, the speed can be linear speed in the upward direction, in the downward direction. But speed cannot go negative. It cannot be like this. It can only get terminated here. Speed can become 0 but not negative. Do remember it. What does this indicate? These are the linear graphs again. If we see it carefully, in the same time interval, it's not that the speed is constant, the change in speed remains constant. That means the rate of change of speed is constant, rate of change of speed, that is acceleration, is constant. So this indicates uniformly accelerated motion, whereas here the rate of change of speed is on the negative side. So it indicates uniform acceleration, negative acceleration, which is called retardation or deceleration. Now let us take this one of these graphs and try to work out the three equations of motion. This is a speed time graph. This is point A, point B. This speed is initial speed u, this speed is final speed v, and this is the time interval. Let us call it as small t. Now, the slope or the degree of this angle gives me acceleration. Now, if I call this as D and this as E, and this is C, then what is the slope? Slope is equal to AD upon, it's BD upon AD, or that is equal to BE minus DE upon CE. What is BE? V. What is DE? U upon CE is T, that is equal to acceleration, and on solving it we get V is equal to U plus AT, which is our first equation of motion. How to derive the first equation of motion graphically? Hope it is clear to you. Let us move ahead. Now, one thing is the slope, the other is the area under the line segment AB. This area indicates the distance covered. S is this area. Now let us see what is the area. There are two figures. One is this triangle ADB and the other is the rectangle ACED. What is the area of rectangle ACED? Length into breadth. So U into T, UT plus area of the triangle is half base into height. Half base is T, height is V minus U. Height is AD, which is V minus U. We know the first equation we have just derived is V is equal to U plus AT, or V minus U is equal to AT. So let us substitute the value here. Instead of writing V minus U, I'll write AT here, and this works out to UT plus half AT square, which is my second equation of motion. How to derive the second equation of motion? Hope it is clear to you now. As I promised in my earlier lectures that we will also work out the formula for average speed. Again, let us see. S is equal to UT plus half T into V minus U. If I take T common, it becomes U plus V by 2 minus U by 2, or U minus U by 2 is U by 2. I can write it as U plus V upon 2 into T. If I take T on the other side, it becomes S upon T is equal to U plus V upon 2. That's how our average speed is the sum of half the sum of the initial speed and the final speed. But this is applicable only in case of uniformly accelerated motion. I repeat, it is applicable only in case of uniformly accelerated motion. Now, uniform motion also is a uniformly accelerated motion where acceleration is equal to 0. If I have U and V are same in that case, so 2U upon 2, that is U. So average speed is the speed itself. But in other cases where it is uniformly accelerated motion, we can find out the average speed using this formula. It is, again I am repeating, not applicable for non-uniformly accelerated motion. There we have to do total distance upon total time. Okay. Now, as I said, is equal to T U plus half V minus U, which is T upon 2 U plus V. Now look at this equation. V minus U upon A is equal to T. Let us substitute that value here. We get S is equal to V minus U upon A, V plus U upon 2. What does this make? It makes it V square minus U square upon 2A, or if I take 2A on the other side, 2AS is equal to V square minus U square, which is our third equation of motion. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Remember, second equation of motion we have to substitute the value of V. Third equation of motion we have to substitute the value of T from the first equation of motion. We have non-uniform motion also, which we are experiencing in our daily life. हम लोग गाड़ी स्टार्ट करते हैं, जैसे मैंने बताया था, उस समय हमारी स्पीड क्या होती है? 0. एक्सेलरेट करके एक स्पीड पे आते हैं, फिर उस स्पीड पे कांस्टेंट चलते हैं. अगर मैं उसका ग्राफ प्लॉट करता हूं तो इनिशियल मेरी स्पीड 0 है. दिस इज द स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ. it increases. Then we maintain a constant speed, reduce the speed, again increase the speed, run at a constant speed, reach the destination, reduce the speed to 0. This is a non-uniformly accelerated motion because the acceleration is changing continuously. But if I divide it into small parts, this becomes a uniformly accelerated motions in those small parts. We will study this motion in our next lecture along with the uniformly circulated motion. Till that time, keep revising, keep learning, enjoy the life, keep safe, and do not forget to enjoy the videos. Hope you are enjoying them. Do not forget to enjoy the videos, like the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.